Hello students, this is Dori Anisha, your EVS teacher. In the last lecture, we have started our chapter number 2. We have discussed the chapter number 2, what we are going to learn in this chapter. Then we have discussed the story of Aryan and the questions related to it. Okay, in this session, we are going to continue our second chapter. Okay, so let's start. You can see that there are some of the pictures which are given here, right? So let's discuss it. Okay, now you see in the first picture there is a man and a woman and they are filling some grains. Okay, which maybe the man is a farmer and he has grown some grains in his So in the first picture you can see that there is a man and a woman and they are filling some grains into this sack. So we can say that the man is a farmer and he has grown some grains or vegetables on his land, and now after it is grown, he and his wife, they are filling these grains into the sack. Okay, now you can see that there is a go down here. You can see there are so many sacks which are filled with some grains or different pulses, or maybe some vegetables. So we can see that this retailer, this shopkeeper, he has come to this person, okay, who has this go down, and he is purchasing all these grains from him. Okay, so we can say that after the farmer he has filled the grains, he will take it to the wholesaler. Okay, now who is a wholesaler? Wholesaler is a person who has stock of grains, a very large stock of grains. He will keep it in his godown, and different shopkeeper will go to this wholesaler and they will purchase the grain into whatever amount they want. Okay, whatever quantity they want it. If they want 4 bags of grains or 5 bags of grain, then they will go to this wholesaler and they will purchase it from him. Okay, then this shopkeeper, they will sell all these grains or vegetables or all this stuff in their shop, or in their place. Now you see in the third picture, a woman is buying vegetables and different stuff from a shopkeeper. Okay, our mother also goes, right? Sometimes we also go with our mother to the market and we will buy some vegetables or grains from the shop or the costermongers or the vendors, right? So we go and we purchase it from the different shopkeepers or vendors. Now you can see in the next picture, this lady, he is grinding the grains, or we can say here we will take the example of wheat. Okay, so she is grinding the wheat and making the flour. Now you see in the next picture that this lady, she is making a dough, okay, to make chapatis, to make roti. Your mother also will have make the dough so that she can make chapatis. Every day you will see in the kitchen, right? Whatever the flour of wheat, she will add some salt, oil and water. With the help of it, she will make a dough. Okay, we say lot, ghauno lot. Okay, so that our mother can make rotis. In the next picture we see that a lady is cooking the food. So whatever the vegetables, whatever the food she has purchased from the shopkeeper, now she has taken it into her home and she has started making food. Okay, so we can say this is kind of a journey Okay, so how the farmers who has grown the grains or vegetables, then he will pack all these vegetables or grains, and then he will go to this wholesaler who will purchase all these grains and vegetables from the farmer. Okay, and he will keep in his godown. Then different shopkeeper or different sale person, he will or they will go to this sale wholesaler, and they will purchase the grains or vegetables on the basis of the amount which they require. Okay, whatever amount they want. If they want, as I told, that if they want 4 bags of grains, or if they want 40 kg of vegetables, they will purchase it from this wholesaler, and then they will sell it in their shop. Okay, then we, the customer, will go to the shop and we will purchase it from the shopkeeper. Then we will go to our home, and then we will make the food with the help of whatever vegetables or grains we have purchased from this shopkeeper, and then we will eat the food. So we can say that this is the journey of grains and vegetables which are grown by the farmer, and how we get it in our house. Okay, so from farmer to the shopkeeper to the from the farmer to the wholesaler, then from the wholesaler to the shopkeeper, and from the shopkeeper to us. We purchase them from the shopkeeper. So this is how we get different facilities, right? If we are talking about this facility, we are talking about food. So this is the journey. Okay, it is not like the farmer will grow and will give it to us directly. No, there are many other persons who are between. Okay, and this food are passed, these grains are passed to them, and at last it is received by us. So it is a whole chain of how this grains are passed from one person to another person, and then the customer or us, we will make the food and we will eat it. Okay, we will make the food and we will eat those stuff, if we are talking about vegetables or grains or both the stuff. Okay, now there is another story. Okay, as I told you, there will be many stories in this chapter, and they are very good stories, right? We are enjoying them. Okay, so this story is about a girl named Rupal. Okay, you can see here she is standing here, right? She is looking at a girl who is going to school. Okay, so let's see her story. Okay. A young girl, Rupal, along with all the children in village, wants to go to school. She asks her father to send her to school, but Rupal cannot go to school for study. Okay, so Rupal, like you, she also wants to go to the school. Okay, she lives in a village, and all the children in the village, they go to school, and like those children, Rupal also wants to go to school. But when she asks her father, when she tells her father that, "Father, I want to go to school," but she cannot go. Now why? What is the reason? We will learn it in this story. Okay, let's see. But there are few questions which we are going to discuss first. Okay, the first question is, how do you go to school? Okay, we have many means through which we go to school, right? Some of you will go by walk, some of you will go through rickshaw or a van, or maybe your parents are dropping you at school, right? So in all this way, you can say that we go to school. Okay, who among you does not go to school? Why? Okay, so like Rupal, there will also be some children in your neighborhood or in your surrounding or in your community. They do not go to school. Maybe there are many reasons, behind them. Maybe they are very poor, or maybe they do not like to go to school. Okay, Okay, so there are many reasons. So if you also have someone who is in your neighborhood or in your community who does not go to school, so you can discuss it. Okay, you can write it in your book and you can share it with me on WhatsApp. Okay, that why that person he or she is not going to school. There may be different reasons, right? Maybe they are ill, they are not well, maybe they do not have money to pay the school fees, or many other different reasons we can say. Okay, let's continue Rupal's story. Let's see why Rupal cannot go to school. Rupal used to feel that she should go to school, but she could not because she was not like other children. So Rupal wants to go to school, right? But she cannot. Why? Because she is not like other children. In what way? We will see. She was different. She could not even play like other children from others. She was willing to go to school and was very fond of study. But what can be done? Okay. Here in this picture you can see that Rupals are using some the stick, the walking stick. Okay, she is using. So maybe she has some injury in her legs and therefore she cannot walk properly. And therefore it is written that she is different from other children. She could not play like them. She could not walk like them. She wants to go to school, but because of her injury in her leg, maybe she is not able to walk to school or go to school. Okay. Why do you like going to school? So, do you like going to school? Some of you will say yes teacher, some of you will say like no teacher, we do not like to go to school, right? But there are many reasons we like to go to school. We can meet our friend, we can get our education, we will get different knowledge, we will learn different stuff, right? Then we can play with our friends in the garden or the playground. So many people they like to go to school for many different reasons. Okay, you also will be having your own reason. Okay, what do you like in the school? So is there a particular thing or a place that you like in your school? If you do, write it in your book and you can share it with me. Okay, because we have playground, we have classrooms and many offices, right? We have a library, hall, right? Projector rooms. So maybe one of these places is your favorite in this school. You can write it down in your book and you can share it with me on the WhatsApp. What do you do if you cannot come to school? Okay, so if you cannot come to school with any of the reasons, if you are sick or any other reasons that you are not getting to come to school, what will you do? Okay, maybe you will do your work at your home, or you will read books, different books, or you can write your essay or do some drawing. Maybe you might be doing all this stuff at your home right now. Because of this crisis we are not able to go to school, so you can also share this stuff with me on WhatsApp. Okay, let's continue Rupal's story. Rupal had been suffering from polio in both her legs since childhood. Okay, so the main reason why Rupal is not able to walk, why Rupal is not able to go to school, is because she has polio in both her legs. Okay, she is disabled, she cannot walk, her legs they are not walking. She could not walk thence, but once some organization donated a wheelchair. She came to school with the help of a neighboring boy. Okay, she cannot walk because of the polio, her legs are not walking, and therefore she cannot go to school. But an organization, okay, some organization who work for people, who help other different people. So this kind of organization, what they did, they donated a wheelchair. You can see in this picture she is on the wheelchair, right? And now she can go to school with the help of a neighboring boy. Here you can see that a boy, he is helping Rupal, okay, and now Rupal can go to school. Okay. Let's continue. Everybody welcomed her. Rupal is happy today, okay. So when she came to school, everybody was happy. All the principal, the teachers, her schoolmates, her friends, they all were very happy. Rupal was very happy because now she gets to go to school. We have learned that she is very fond of studying and she wants to go to school. But she was not able to go to school, but now with the help of this wheelchair she can go to school and she is really very happy. Her parents are also happy. As I say, teacher and all the schoolmates and friends, they all are very happy. Okay. By whose help could Rupal reach to school? Okay, we learned that Rupal, with the help of a neighboring boy, Rupal goes to school. A neighbor boy, he helps Rupal so that he can she can go to school. What did Rupal see while coming to school? Okay, when you go to school, what do you see in the school? Okay, she saw that the school, she saw the playground and different maybe classroom. Her school might also have libraries and playrooms or projector rooms. So might. Okay, what did Rupal see while coming to school? So Rupal school, she, while she was going to school or while she has reached the school, in the school she must show different classes or, might, her school might have a garden or a playground. Like us, her school might also have a library, okay, different rooms. Maybe a playroom, projector room. So all this stuff Rupal might have seen after she has went to school. Okay. Rupal studies along with all the children, tells stories and sings songs, answer the questions in the classroom. Everybody helps Rupal. So now, like you, Rupal is also studying in the school. She is answering all the questions, or she is questioning the teachers about different stuff. She is reading stories and telling stories to different friends or classmates, and everybody is helping Rupal. Okay, everybody helps Rupal. Everybody is enjoying Rupal with them. They are they are good friends, and everybody is helping Rupal out. Okay. Who all might have helped Rupal? So who might have helped Rupal? So we can say that the children in her classroom or the school, the teachers, her friends. Okay, so all these people might have helped Rupal. In which wards of this school does Rupal need help? So why Rupal need help? As we know that she is handicapped, she has polio, her legs are not working. So she might need help when she wants to go down, when she want to get down of the wheelchair. Okay, when she want to go to school, we saw that neighbor boy, he helps Rupal. He was pushing the chair ahead so that Rupal can go to school, right? Then when she wants to drink water or when she wants to collect some books, so because she cannot work, so all these people, the students in her classroom, the teachers in her school, they might be helping Rupal in all this stuff. Okay, when she wants to go to washroom, when she wants to go to other place like garden or the prayer hall or the library. So while doing that, all these people, they help Rupal. Okay, who do you come school with? Okay, maybe you also come school with your friends or with your siblings, with your brother or sister, right? Might you also might have come. Me, whom do you come to school with? So do you come alone or do you come with somebody, maybe in the company of your friends or your brother and sister, right? Maybe you also are coming with your brother or sister or your friends, or maybe alone. Okay, we are done today. We have discussed the story of Rupal, that how she was very fond of studying and she wants to go to school, but because of her polio, she was handicapped, her legs were not working properly, she cannot go to school. But an organization, okay, they donated a wheelchair to her, and now she is going to school with the help of a neighboring boy. In the school also different people, all the students and teachers and her. So like yesterday, today also we are going to write some of the objectives regarding this chapter, regarding today's session. Okay, you have to write these objectives. I know I have given you the notes of this chapter, but these are some of the additional choose the correct option which will be useful to you for your examinations. Okay, yesterday also we have written some of the objectives. Today also we are going to do the same. Okay, so let's start. Question, you have to write question with black pen, answer with blue pen, or in choose the correct option, question and options with black pen, and you can tick the answer with blue pen or you can underline the answer with blue pen. Okay, you can do either of this. Okay, the first question, what is the main resource of wood? What is the main resource of wood? Option A, animals, B, water, C, tree, D, air. So where we get wood from? Do we get wood from animals, water, trees, or air? Do you know the answer? The answer is C, tree. Okay, C, tree. We get wood from the trees. Question, what is the main resource of wood? Answer, tree. Please write it down. Which professional grows different grains and vegetables? Professional are the people who do work so that they can earn money. Okay, those people are professional, and they have education and experience in their field and training as well. So those people are professional. They do work so that they can earn money. Okay, so the question is, which professional grows different greens and vegetables? A. Potter, B. Shopkeeper, C. Farmer, D. Mason. So we have to tell that among this professional, which of them grows different greens and vegetables? So do you know the answer? Do you know which professional grows different greens and vegetables? Let's see the answer. Yes, it's D. Farmer. Sorry, C. Farmer. Okay, so farmer, they grow different vegetables and greens in their farm. We have also learned the story of the greens, right? How they are traveled, their journey. We have learned in today's session. So please write it down. I am giving you the time so that you can copy it down in your book. Okay, next question. Why does Rupal does not want to go to school? We learned the story of Rupal as well. Okay, she was not able to go to school. So here we have to mention the reason. We have there are four different reasons given. So we have to tell which of these reason is correct. Okay, let's see. A. She does not like to go to school. She was not going to school because she doesn't like to go to school. B. She has polio and hence was not able to walk. Rupal has polio and both of her legs were not working and therefore she was not able to go to school. C. She has go to work. Okay, she used to work and therefore she was not able to go to school. D. She has a younger brother to look after. Because she has to look after her younger brother, she was not able to go to school. So, which of this reason is correct? Do you remember Rupal's story? Okay, come on, let's see the answer. B. Okay, we know that Rupal, she has polio and therefore she was not able to walk and hence she was not able to go to school. She was very fond of study and she did want to go to school, but because of her disability she was not able to go to school. So the answer is B. She has polio and hence was not able to walk or unable to walk. I am giving you time so that you can copy it down in your book. So that's it for today. We will meet again and we will continue this chapter. Okay, till then, bye everybody.